It's the first week of March in 2020. Lately, you've been hearing this thing going around called the coronavirus. You honestly think nothing of it because you're so used to the average daily life of going to school and having no responsibilities after the bell rings. So you go on with your life as if it won't affect you and anything around you. You even get to your physics class, and one of the smartest teachers you've ever had is talking about, yeah, it may keep you guys out of school for a week or two, but it's not gonna affect us too bad at all. Then literally, the very next day, school gets called off and you never see high school again. Yup, that's how Corona went for me. See, I was the class of 2020, so graduating high school for me was a lot more unusual than your average Gen Z student. Cardboard cutouts of your principal and gym teachers, everyone wearing masks, not even having an actual ceremony or walking a stage to get your diploma. What a weird time to graduate. We got used to waking up and having no plans at all other than playing video games until the birds are chirping. Seeing no cars on the street during the day, no Rolling Loud, no concerts. Restaurants only serving takeout, barely interacting with anyone except the people you live with. This was the norm. This was the introductory to your adulthood. Sitting there getting out of shape, opening Twitter 1,000 times a day. I know some of y'all were losing your mind just like me. Not to mention, it got everyone comfortable with just sitting at home. Let's be real, COVID f***ed a lot of stuff up. Yes, it did help me graduate without putting any effort, thank the Lord, but it would have been nice to have a normal ending to the school year. I catch myself getting a little jealous for moments like when my little brother walked the stage. I get it, grow up and move on with your life, hunk. I get it, I've heard it 1,000 times. It's just never in a million years would I have guessed that it was all gonna happen my senior year. Crazy. Fast forward 4 years later, and it only seems like a few months ago this all took place. Unbelievable, honestly. The kids that weren't even freshmen when you were a senior are already graduated. People you knew since elementary school are now getting married and having kids. Some people you knew before aren't even here with us today. It's weird. Feels like ever since that last day of school before Corona, you just blinked and ended up teleporting. Now the days you wished about growing older are now here. All those moments being a kid imagining what life was like as an 18-year-old or a 21-year-old, those days are now past. Now there's times you catch yourself reflecting on your childhood, missing those times you had no worry. Life works in such weird ways, I'm telling you. Now those times when you're kicking it with the homies, sometimes those COVID memories get brought up and you guys reflect on how fun it was during that time. Honestly, it seems like most of the people I knew enjoyed themselves that whole time. Hey, who wouldn't want to get paid for staying home for months straight? It's like a nice little vacation for everyone. Now you look back on those days as if it was another life. It really was though. I know y'all remember that feeling when your heart sank to your stomach and you thought you had Corona. I know I'm not the only person that remembers that feeling. That was one of the worst feelings ever, I'm not gonna lie. You guys know what I'm talking about. Honestly, COVID did have its positives, but it did have its negatives. All in all, I'm just glad we're back to normal life, to be honest. We got so used to this unusual life that we lived for so long. Reflecting on it now, it's just crazy how much a virus affected the whole economy. It was a scary and unusual time to be alive. What I hear a lot though is people talking about life was better before COVID, but I just feel like that's not entirely the case. I feel like people thought life was better because they got to sit inside and be lazy all day with no responsibilities, which I enjoyed, but after a little bit, it just gets old. I don't know about y'all, but I was dying to get out the crib and kick it with the homies. It honestly felt like the whole world was on house arrest.